There's no evidence in our intelligence community that supports being on the state sponsor of terrorism. It's a political decision. What we have found, though, is the consequences of the sanctions that have resulted from that and other sanctions are preventing us from doing the development that we absolutely need to do. The heavy equipment that must come in to build railroads and roads has to come in through Port Sudan and Khartoum. It is sanctioned. And so what's happening is we're hurting not only at the local level, the humanitarian level, the people because they can't download educational programs and that kind of thing, but in addition to that, we're actually hurting the very development things we need to do to help the South become able, if they choose to secede, a viable economic state. Those things are now sanctioned.
I can only imagine the special envoy's comments and use of those words was not cleared elsewhere in the government, because it really is a rather remarkable assertion that we would designate a country as a state sponsor of terrorism and leave them on that list with no grounds to do so. I think that would obviously raise some profound procedural, political, diplomatic issues. And as I said, I think he really needs to clarify what's going on there. It was telling in this morning's discussions, there were some sharp back and forth among the senators themselves as to the extent of Sudan's cooperation on counterterrorism issues and the overall value of that cooperation. I know Senator Feingold thought that the degree to which Sudan has cooperated on counterterrorism issues has been substantially overstated. The committee agreed to discuss it in a private session. But I also think it's important to put it in a large picture, that we've got a government headed by a man who's wanted for war crimes, crimes against humanity, a situation in Darfur where hundreds of thousands by any count have been killed. His role in southern Sudan where millions were killed. Is that not a form of terrorism itself? Are we asking, let this guy off the hook for helping round up a few bad actors that may have passed through Sudan and willing to look past much larger crimes?